Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Happy Wednesday, everybody. How are you? We still have a very early spring type weather out there. Yeah, I'm not one for weather chats, but the weather has really affected my life lately with baseball every night pretty much. And wouldn't you know it, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've seen you guys since Boston, my oldest son's team, won their very first game. It was their last regular season game. And regardless if they won or lost, they were still the fifth out of the five teams ranked, the lowest, because they hadn't won a game until that very last game. And then they played their first tournament game last night and beat the same team they beat on their last regular season game. So we're still in it to win it. I'm not hopeful that we're going to win, but hey, we might win this next game, even though we're against the top rated team who's already beat us twice. But hey, nothing's impossible. But we don't play again until Thursday. But here's the kicker. If we win Thursday, the championship is next Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, which is our regularly scheduled night, which I had planned to go back to that scheduling next week. And I'm not sure now. We're kind of hanging in the balance. So we're I would say there's an 80% chance we're probably not going to win. There's been a lot of that, a lot of wind out there. You can see it right now. I mean, this is the windiest. Look at this big tree here. You can just see it moving and moving. Anyway, yeah, there's like an 80% chance we're probably going to lose on Thursday, which will give us the regularly scheduled 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I almost forgot my own schedule. Oh, my hair. 5-day hair, don't care. It's a little wild, hence the hat. But I've been living in hats like this and my other beanies for pretty much every night of baseball because my ears get cold, like especially the tops of my ears. I like to keep them covered when it's so windy. And like when the wind like blows into your like ear holes, it like makes your head hurt. I don't know. So I've been wearing a lot of hats, and instead of get in the shower and doing my thing, I'm like, let me just wear a hat and put pigtails and call it a day. But I would say there's an 80% chance of rain. 80% chance of rain because that's pretty much all it's been doing is raining, wind blowing, high 40s to mid 50s weather come 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at night when we're playing. So I've just been cold. But yes, 80% chance that we are returning to our regularly scheduled programming. I hate that word, programming. We're programming next Wednesday. So most likely 6 p.m. Mountain Time next Wednesday will be the next time you see me. And I will maybe leave a little note on the community tab because my boys actually get out of school on Friday. It's going to be only a half day, so they actually get out at 11, which is the time that we normally start on Friday. So we're not going to be having our live stream Friday this week. So just like last week, no Friday live stream due to circumstances out of my control. School is out. But come the following Friday, I want to say Boston has band camp next week, but I have to check my schedule. But I will, at the very least, leave a community post letting you guys know what's up. Because yes, I do believe it's next week is band camp for Boston, and I think it's noon to 4 p.m. But if that's the case, if it is noon to 4, we're probably going to bump our live stream back about an hour and a half and do 12:30 just that week. It's only 1 week of band camp. So our schedule might be just a little bit like this for a moment till we get our summer bearings. It's always such a transition for me just to go from actually having work time during the day to having the kids home all day. And it's going to be taken up a notch this summer because we're limiting screen time to 1 hour a day. And it's embarrassing to admit that sometimes in the summer, the kids are, they're playing games a lot of times with their friends, like Fortnite or Minecraft online with their friends. And then they might watch a movie. They might, be doing other things like watching YouTube. So like they're on their screens more than I like. So we're being very intentional, I guess, with our screen time, that if we are going to be on screens, it's going to be either playing with the friends or intentionally going on YouTube to look up something, not just scrolling and, ooh, this video, like Wrigley, my youngest, he will just go to YouTube Shorts, and it's a lot of like gamer channels that the kids account follow, but he'll just go to the shorts and just like almost let them autoplay. And I'm like, no, don't let this algorithm hijack your consciousness. If there's something specific about a game you want to know about, search it out and go find it. Don't let the algorithm just become, let you become mind numbing. So we're going to work on those kind of things. Yeah, we're going to work on that. And of course, 1 hour a day, in case or if the friends are doing some sort of thing where it's going to take a little longer than an hour, once in a great while, that'll be okay. But yes, we're just kind of trying to reset our online or screen time. me included. So that includes everything. It's going to be difficult. I know, since probably 2004, 2005, somewhere in there. Being chronically online is just a big part of most people's lives, mine included. Just doing something online. And of course, my hour will not include our live streams because this is technically work. But as far as me scrolling or watching Netflix or any of that, I get 1 hour a day. And it's going to be hard. But there's so much time I can already tell I'm going to be gaining back to be able to invest in my own passion projects and doing things around the house like organization and purging and deep cleaning and all the things that I always want to get to, but just chronically busy. Yeah. There's something else I was going to say and I don't remember what it was now. Let's see. So let's do some shout outs to everybody who's here. We got 9 people in the house. We got Jessica Lynn. Hello. Linda H. Jamie Wilson. Hello. Brianna. High Vibe Tribe. Amber A, welcome. Marlene, Jackie's Odyssey, welcome. Luminous as well, and Banana Anna S. Hello, everybody. All right, so as promised in the description or the title of this live stream, we are going to be doing a 1-card pull for everybody who's here, and we're going to make it fun. We're going to be letting you choose between. What is this one called again? Oh, yeah. Divine Animals Oracle is option 1, or the Soul Trees deck is option 2. So Divine Animals Oracle. So put a 1 if you would like a card from Divine Animals. Put a 2 for Soul Trees. And of course, we'll just go in our regular order, but at least this way you get to choose which deck you're more called to. Is it this animal deck or Soul Trees? Which one it is? Which one is it? So number 1, number 2. All right, and we have 10 people present. I see some numbers rolling in now. Okay, so deck number 1, Soul Trees for Amber A. And of course, if you see these things in a different order than what I'm seeing, it's not intentional that I skipped you. So maybe just hold off a minute so that we can make sure everybody gets a turn. Okay, here we go. Amber A, your message is in alignment with your true spirit. We have the elephant with leadership. And every time I see the elephant with multiple hands, I think it's Ganesha, which is one of the Hindu gods. But every time I see all those hands, I'm like, wow, how much more could a person get done if you had all those extra hands on deck, so to speak? But wow. Yeah. So Amber A, for this, I'm getting that you are almost like, and I mean this in the neatest, nicest possible way, cloning yourself or almost feeling like you're doubling, tripling, quadrupling the time you have available to be able to make something happen. So it's like you are able to be like multiple places at once. And I just heard the word bilocation, and I know that's almost extremely unheard of in this realm for someone to be in 2 places at once, although not impossible. There's something going on with that in my book series. So look for that in the coming years here. But yes, it's almost like you're able to do double duty or serve double duty, or you've set your schedule up in some way, Amber A, that you're able to really accommodate all the things you need done and the things that people are relying on you to have done and everything. So yeah, and this really is about you stepping into that leadership role in your own life, but also for other people. All right, so Soul Trees for Brianna. Let's get a message in alignment with your true spirit, Brianna, from the Soul Trees deck. And here we have it. Synchronicity. So there's going to be a lot of synchronicities at play in your life. This could be numbers, symbols. I just saw a butterfly. And very interestingly enough, I was making some candles right before we got started on the live stream here. And I was using the mica powder to paint one of my little pieces. And it was a teeny tiny, very delicate, made out of very moldable wax, my coconut. Okay, so it's coconut soy wax. So it's very, like, you barely touch it, you can dent it. And I accidentally broke it in half, but I actually saw it as a good thing. And I actually just traded that piece in for a different piece that I had already made. So it's almost like there might be something crumbling beneath your touch or your intention, but it's actually going to serve a higher alignment for you. So look at this. Amazing. Man, oh man, wait till you read the donation question. Absolutely on point. I love it. So cool. All right. So number 1, the Divine Animals Oracle. I always forget the name of this one. For Banana Anna S, in alignment with Banana Anna S's true spirit, what does she need to know right now? And we have here Sea Otter with transformation. Wow, yeah. So it's like, and I just heard as above, so below. So there might be even some emotions that are coming up, bubbling up from the depths up to the surface for you to be able to heal them. And every time I see fish, and we have a fish jumping up here above the waves here, every time I see fish, I'm just reminded of abundance and prosperity in some way. So there is this abundance factor coming to maybe even the way that you use your resources or the resources that are actually available to you. There's a transformation there for the better, for the better. So you're going to have more resources, maybe even more time, kind of similar to Amber A's message, more time at your disposal as well. Or you kind of just have some free time that you find yourself with and you're like, oh, now what can I do? Fun, very fun. So maybe you're even indulging in some of your hobbies because you have some free time. All right, Marlene, let's get you a Soul Trees card in alignment with your true spirit, my dear, for Marlene. And we have Illumination. And it is dark. We do have a full moon here, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I have not kept up with the moon cycles purposely. I just haven't tried to keep up. But I do believe we are either just have had or will soon have the new moon. But between now and the next full moon, you're getting a lot of downloads specifically in the nighttime. So Marlene, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the thoughts that you have, like kind of as you're winding down for the evening. And even as you're, like, if you do wake in the night and have any thoughts or dreams that are clinging to your consciousness, remember those, because there's a lot of messages that are going to bring some major clarity for your life. Awesome. All right, Jackie's Odyssey. Let's get you a card from the Soul Trees deck in alignment with your true spirit. And we have here creativity. And very interesting how the creativity card doesn't even have a tree on it. And all the rest of the cards have trees. And we have here overthinking. Ooh, so this is part of your message as well. So maybe you're even overthinking something that is like a creative endeavor, a form of creative expression for you, or even overthinking the fact that, well, I'm not a very creative person. Well, yes, you are. And each and every one of us with a human, essence has creative life force within us to create a life. And it may not look, like painting and drawing and, creating something in that regard. This could look like motherhood. This could look like making a home for yourself. This could look like, following your dreams into like a dream career. Taking creative steps or finding creative solutions to the issues that you're having in your life. But you might even be overthinking that, oh, my creativity isn't very good. It's not very abundant. But no, it really is. It really is. All right. So up next, we got Jessica Lynn, Divine Animals Oracle. Message for Jessica Lynn in alignment with her true spirit. You get 2. Woohoo! So we have GOAT with reliability, and GOAT, that whole acronym, greatest of all time, reliability. So what is the greatest of all time as far as your strengths, your talents, your, ride or die type people in your life? What is it you can totally rely on that is just tried and true, ride or die, be this people, circumstances, your own talents and gifts? And we also have the cat with intuition. Wow. So 2 animals that are very stable and very, one beyond the veil and one that was a lot of times, and maybe even still is, used as like a sacrificial animal. But a lot of times cats, specifically black cats, were sacrificed in the name of, whatever craziness. So there's almost this like element of not literal sacrifice, like taking the life of something to gain that life force energy, but sacrifice. How do you sacrifice your time, Jessica Lynn, that goes against your intuition, that makes you maybe look reliable to others, but it's like you're kind of giving from your own cup when you don't have enough for yourself. So it's almost like trusting your intuition to draw very specific boundaries around people that just expect you to sacrifice your time, your love, your attention, your money, or just expect it. And for some reason, this instance is coming to mind where maybe you're like my mom would do that Rodan and Fields like facial skincare, and she had like I think it's like a 3-step deal, and every month it would just send her more, and she isn't even going through a quarter of a bottle, doing it every day, the 3-step routine. She's not even going through a quarter of the bottle, but every month it charges her like, however much that 3-step program is. And I was at her house not too long ago, and I saw it was like she had a little storefront of probably close to 10 of each of the steps just above her cabinet. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. What is this? What's this? She goes, oh, I finally had to tell her. I just can't, I cannot even use all that I have, and it's charging me every month. So it's almost like this multi-level marketing where they just expect you to keep paying. And then, the lady was cordial and let her stop. But there might be something you're paying for, maybe some sort of subscription service or multi-level marketing thing where you're investing so much every month that you're now pulling back on to keep some of that for yourself, or to utilize what it is you've already have resource-wise before investing more money in something. All right, Michelle, welcome, my dear. Let's get you a card from the Soul Trees deck in alignment with your true spirit. What does Michelle need to know today? And we have here, see the light and be the light. And I can't help but see that this is like an Ace of Cups going on in this tree here. I mean, you can tell it's a tree up close, but far away, it looks like the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's like the light is shining something on something that's emotionally fulfilling, because it's almost like this moonlight. And again, we got a full moon. So between now and the full moon, there's something being illuminated, or kind of this epiphany or aha moment you're having about how you can wield your own creative life force energy or light in this realm, so you can see that light reflected in others and in your circumstances, and life just starts to flow a lot easier. So I hope that resonated for you, my dear. All right, let's scroll down, get to the next one, which we have Brianna wanting a Soul Trees message as well, in alignment with her true spirit. What does Brianna need to know today? And we have here, come together. Oh, wait, did we already do? I think we already did Brianna's. Okay, well, come together. So you are coming together with somebody. For some reason, I'm like, I thought we already did hers, but then I just went with it. But yes, come together. You're coming together with somebody, gathering, get together, and you might even be invited, or just feel this call or pull to invite certain people in a group. It's either you and 2 other people, or you and a small group. I would say no more than 5, to get together and kind of vibe together. All right, Linda, let's get your message, my dear. Linda. In alignment with your true spirit, what does Linda need to know right now? Here it is. Oh, don't bury yourself. There it is. Okay, I got it. The unknown. Ooh, another card without a tree. So it's almost like going into this void space. So especially if you've been feeling kind of blah, or almost like you're kind of more observing your own life rather than living it, this is a clear indication of this next level up. And it can feel very disconcerting in this void. If this is not something you're experiencing currently, this may just be the energy you're going into. But the most creative, life force giving energy you can be in is actually the void, where it seems like there is nothing, but all potentials are actually possible. And especially when you start to come out of this void space and really kind of ingratiate yourself back into this realm, you can really start to make some big changes, shifts, transformations about your life, and just the things that your life, has going on, all the people in your life, what you spend your time doing, your belongings, your home, your possessions, all these things can start to shift and change more in alignment with that leveled up version of yourself, Linda. All right. Jay McDonald, welcome, my dear. Let's get you a card from the Soul Trees deck in alignment with your true spirit. Here we go. And we have here perception. And it's kind of like obscured in shadow right around here. So it's like there might be something hidden from you, or maybe you don't have all the information, or you're kind of operating on being able to judge isn't quite the right word, but just discern who certain people, certain situations, certain maybe opportunities that are coming for you. You kind of are operating on like limited information. So you think on the surface it seems good, or I don't know, either way. But there's this almost like illumination that's coming that will protect you from anything that just isn't in your highest good. So maybe things that you thought, that's not worth my time. You're actually seeing it in a clearer light very soon, to where you're like, actually, no, this seems perfect. But there are certain things with this perception. I'm almost reading it like this far away as like the word protection. So it's almost like for the time being and leading up to now, you could only see so much of what the truth was, because it was actually keeping you safe from certain outcomes. But now it's like that veil is lifting to where you can perceive things correctly and actually go toward the opportunities, relationships, just circumstances that are truly in alignment and are for your highest good, and be able to avoid those that aren't. All right. You're so welcome, Amber. Absolutely. All right. So let's see. Jamie is next. Oh, my chat just jumped. Let me scroll back up. There we have it. Soul trees for Jamie. In alignment with her true spirit, what does she need to know? Boom. We have self-care, which is always a good idea, especially for moms out there. Heck yeah. So we have self-care, and I was really wanting to look at the back of the deck as well for some reason, and we have the word ascension. So it's like leveling up or going to the next level on your self-care. And because when we pull the self-care cards in any deck, I'm always wanting to pull a little book divination for you from this little self-care guide, which I love. So we're just going to kind of intuition guide, and we're on this page, the comparison trap, specifically about social media. So part of your self-care might be to step away from the social media, step away from the comparison game, or the comparison trap as they call it here in the book, as it's all blown out. Sorry about that. There we go. I'll just read this paragraph here and see if it sparks anything for you, Jamie. It's easy to look at someone's life on social media and compare your life to his or hers. You might begin to feel bad about how you look, the state of your home, your social life, your love life, or a variety of other things. If this starts to happen, remind yourself that social media is simply a highlight reel and that you are not seeing the whole picture. Very cool, because it kind of ties into Jay McDonald's message about perception. It's like maybe you weren't seeing it quite clearly. Yeah, you're not seeing the whole picture or what's hiding behind those perfectly staged photos. So keep that in mind, especially if you, this is something that I used to fall into that trap of all these moms that have, especially like these moms that have like 5, 6, 7 kids. And I only had 2 very young kids at the time. And I would see their like immaculate homes with everything perfectly decorated on Instagram. And I'm like, I'm home all day, and yes, I was doing my photography business, but a lot of my, waking daily hours were devoted to my boys and my home. And then, an hour or 2 here and there was for the business. And I'm like, why can't I just get it together like everybody else? I have all this time, but I feel like I'm drowning in laundry. I'm drowning in dishes. I'm drowning in, the dog just drug in mud. And, I'm like, why can't I get it together? So there might be some of that going on in your life, or, kind of coming up soon, Jamie, that you can just kind of release yourself from the binds of feeling inadequate or not good enough. Because truly, if they are spending that much time, here's the deal. We only have so many hours in a day. And yes, if we can get our house in a good organized state and keep up with daily kind of tidying and chores, it may not take that long to get that house in order every day to make it look that pristine. But granted, these people that are spending, hours and hours and hours a day to make their houses look perfect, those are hours and hours and hours a day. The kids are not getting that undivided attention, love, focus. So I just kind of told myself that back in the day. It's like, well, I'm playing toys with my kids and we're putting puzzles together and we're playing little games. To me, that's more fun than doing housework anyway. And yes, maybe I feel bad about myself, but I do not feel bad about myself about the kind of mom I am, and at least with the one-on-one interaction. So there might be some of this comparison game that you're sloughing away, or just realizing that you actually are doing a great job, Jamie. All right, so let's put this one back. catch up with some comments and see what we got going on here. Hello, hello. Oh, you get random thoughts of realization and always say to myself, I'm going to write them down because I'll forget, but I haven't. I need to start doing that. Thank you for the message. You're so welcome. All right, Florence. Elisa, if you want a message, put one, the number one for the spirit, sorry, the Divine Animals Oracle, and a number 2 for the Soul Trees deck. And we are rounding out, we probably have about 5 more minutes on this. So let's see. Florence wants 2. She wants Soul Trees deck. So here we go. Florence, let's get your a message here. Oh, I see Elisa has figured it out. Awesome. All right. In alignment with Florence's true spirit, we have here attention. And not just attention to what's going on above, but deep down and underneath. So there might be certain ailments or little niggles of pain or something going on like in your physical vessel or even in your emotional state that are just kind of there to get you, like, kind of knock on the door to get you to pay attention to something deeper than just what's going on the surface or what's on, TV or social media or just out in general. There's a deeper, and I just heard even attention to detail. So there's something maybe you're working on and, double, maybe even triple check the details on it because of just maybe a small error or something that could save you money or time down the road. All right. So Elisa, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name exactly, but I hope I'm not completely butchering it for you. But let's get a message in alignment with your true spirit, what you need to know from the Soul Trees deck. And we have willingness. Wow. So there's something that you may have been very headstrong, very against, I'm not even going to consider looking more into that because it's stupid. I don't care about that, whatever it is. But now you're kind of willing to at least take a little gander at it or a deeper look at something. But your willingness also to try new things, maybe trying new foods, going to new places. And a lot of times these feel like they're coming in for you through someone else inviting you. So it's not like you're purposely seeking out new foods in the grocery store, as an example. But maybe a friend is like, oh my gosh, have you tried this one kind of fruit that's like, they import it from wherever and it's like, they have it at the store, you should go get it. That to me is more of an invitation than just you at the store like, what should I try that's new? So it's almost like someone's kind of alerting you to something new to try. And again, the grocery was just an example. So willingness to try new things, go new places, meet new people, something like that. All right, let's see. All right, Amber, welcome, my dear. And I'm really hoping that this is the weekend I get to finish your candles. They've been ready, and so when you do finally get them, you can burn them right away because they've cured long enough with the fragrance oil and the wax. But I have not decorated the top yet, so that's what I'm waiting for. I had a bunch of candles that I had to do this last weekend. Well, not so much this weekend. I did one for my mom this weekend, but earlier this week. That I had to deliver yesterday because she was leaving town, so I had to get them to her. But let's get you a message, Amber. Just letting you know, I did not forget about you. They are in progress. It just took longer because of every night being baseball and just time feels like it's just rushing right on by. All right, in alignment with Amber's true spirit, what does she need to know? We have perception. So again, seeing things in a new, clear way. I'm being told to look at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, be present. Be present. And when you're present and not distracted by your thoughts or, just worried about this or thinking about the past, when you're very present, it's like your perception is more sharp. Like you're able to perceive the reality or truth of what's actually going on in front of you. And being present. And I'm also seeing that maybe you have recently or will soon gift somebody something that's completely not expecting it. This could be a friend, a family member, someone in your community of some sort. But you're just wanting to be present and give them the gift. And it could even just be your attention or your companionship that you're giving someone. It could even be, Kashfi, being present is like a gift or a present to her. Very cool. Very cool message. All right. So feeling that energy for Linda. Let's see. We just jumped in the chat here again. Thank you. It's spot on. And your clarity and knowing I'm protected feels very good. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad it resonated for you. Linda's donating. Awesome. Yeah, I saw we had I think it was a 1 card read for someone and then a full read for someone. We might have more, but yes. Welcome, Robin. Welcome, welcome. All right. Oh, this has been on your mind. Oh, you started on the 9th. Oh, that's so cool. Always so synced. Cool, cool. All right. So, last call, I do believe. So, Robin, if you would like me to pull you a card, select pile 1 with the Divine Animals Oracle, pile 2 with the Soul Trees. Here in the next 30 seconds or so, and I'll get you a message. And then we're going to be moving into our donations. And of course, if there's anybody else I accidentally skipped you, or you're just joining us, put a number 1 or a number 2. Number 1 is from the Divine Animals Oracle. Number 2, bigger deck. Here we go. Soul Trees. All right. You knew that card was for you. Oh, I love it. All right. She wants number 1. Let's get Kashvi a card. All right. And boom, in alignment with her true spirit, we have the sea turtle with stability. You might notice that she's more tired. And even if she's not literally, like my kids, I know when they're tired, when they're whiny, they're cranky, they even will fight against you saying, hey, why don't you go lay down and read for a while? Because usually if they go lay down and read, they'll just go to sleep sometimes, if they're tired. So maybe you are just kind of making time out for her to have that rest, even if she's not sleeping, for her to be able to just relax, do a calm, relaxing activity like reading or doing a puzzle or just something where you're not having to do, yes, reading and maybe doing a puzzle does take brain power, but it's not like deep critical thinking that you're having to do. Yeah, if she is all over the place and distracted, it's like finding calm, soothing activities, maybe even playing very calming music. Of course, use your intuition to feel out what music is in alignment with, her true spirit. Because not all binaural beats are created equally, and a lot of them are actually weaponized. And they feel good, maybe on the surface, but when you can really tune in, again, use your intuition. I know you've got your intuition on point. So feel into certain, I know like there's a lot of Native American flute music that to me feels more high vibe than a lot of these like binaural beats and stuff that are out there. Drumming, depending, again, using your intuition. Even singing bowls or sound bath kind of stuff can be hijacked by the dark forces. So again, due diligence, but calming music that will keep her feeling good, All right, let's get card number 2 or deck number 2 for Robin in alignment with Robin's true spirit. Let's flip it this way. And then we're moving into our donation portion. So this is the last free reading we're doing today. Well, except the giveaway. We do have a giveaway and a drawing coming up. So don't go anywhere. No, you're totally fine, Robin. Let's get you a message in alignment with your true spirit. We have authenticity. So this is being authentically and unapologetically. That's what I'm trying to say. Authentically and unapologetically yourself. And if certain people have an issue with that or a problem with that, it's literally their problem, not yours. Wearing maybe some like cream colors, light kind of more maize colored yellow and orange, maybe even this kind of color pink are like power colors for you right now. And chakra wise, these are kind of what's being highlighted. Pink can be associated with the heart, also green. This kind of yellow mustardy kind of color, solar plexus, and then of course orange, that sacral area of creativity, sexual energy. These are like power colors for you right now. But be yourself. Maybe even if that looks like dressing in prints or patterns or types of clothing, colors of clothing that you normally wouldn't do. There's something that is really sparking for you by trying new things. So yes, it's just called the Soul Trees Ascension Deck. J. McDonald. Soul Trees Ascension Deck. And it's just on Amazon where I got it. It was a while ago. Sometimes I notice certain card decks I get are available and then they're not. It's just, I don't know. But last I checked, which was when I ordered this, it was probably close to a year and a half ago, they had it. Or even if you just type in Soul Trees Ascension Deck, you should be able to find it wherever it's sold. But I don't know that it's a mass market deck. I don't think that it is. So it might be a little harder to find sometimes. But if you're getting one from Hay House or Llewellyn or any of those, they're usually like mass produced and very easy to find in multiple places. Yes, you're so welcome, Jackie's Odyssey. Most likely, I'm overthinking the purchase of a new couch. Oh, I'm the same way. Like, I'll overthink things, or, I think, well, why am I putting so much resources or effort into this? Well, sometimes it's needed, but then other times it's like we're not even looking, or maybe we are putting all this effort and attention into something. And then it's almost like when we say, ugh, this is too much. I'm going way too deep on this. Let me just give it a break for a week or two, or I'll revisit this later. And that's almost like all the time when that like perfect couch for you like will pop into your awareness somehow, some way, when you're not even looking for it. That's usually when I find a lot of really good things that I know I'm looking for, but when I'm actively looking, it's almost like I can't find what I'm looking for until I stop looking, and then why is that? Why is that? But I have a feeling it's going to be the same for you in that regard, Jackie. So check, just kind of check your I'm not saying obsession, but just that like, oh, I really need to get this couch and I'm overthinking it. Just kind of check that at the door. Allow yourself a day off, and it's almost like that couch is going to find you somehow. It's always how it goes. Oh, the candle in the new channel. Well, I actually make all those different candles, and I'm kind of so like not quite into the business realm of candle making yet, but I'm still selling them. Kind of more as like a word of mouth basis rather than advertising properly anywhere. But at this point, I'm mostly just taking your what's the word, like custom orders. So if there's a specific color, scent, theme, vibe, intention, I'm a lot of, if not all, but most, there are candles like I made for my kids as teachers that are just basically set the intention for whatever it is that the person that's getting the gift of the candle needs in their life. Setting that intention. But like I have an Exit the Matrix candle, I have a road opener candle, I have what other candles? I have reversal. These are not like my pretty candles. These are, to be honest, kind of ugly compared to the rest, but holy gosh, do they work. This is a reversal candle for all sorts. You want to, reverse anything that's affecting your love life, your finances, your like the energy of your home, this coworker that's just a bully to you. You can reverse anything that is, contributing to whatever issue you have, and boom, there it is. Hello, Robin Cooper. Let's see. So, try to see here. Okay, so I did your reading. I did your reading right above. I think yours was the last one I did, Robin. So if you didn't see, or I'm sorry, hear and see, because we're live. If you didn't see or hear your reading, you can kind of scroll back a little bit or scrub back a little bit in the time to get your message. All right, so we're gonna move on now, you guys. Oh, and also anyone who is looking to purchase candles, we can chat. Like I can kind of, it's almost like a consultation that I do with whoever's ordering and what it is that their needs are in life, and anything specific they're wanting to target energetically, either to remove blockages or to open the energy for abundance to flow. We can chat and email Amanda at donePhotodesign.com. I hope I spelled it right. Yeah. You can email me. And that will be, I will get back to you. Sorry. All right. Always overthinking. I think it's like a chronically human trait. Like so many people are overthinkers, and I don't think it's an accident. There's so much to think about in this realm. It's so crazy how much there's to think about. And just knowing the unknowable or not being able to know the knowable is like the dichotomy of being a human. All right. So we're going to check our handy dandy donation list over in my email right quick and get going on our list. We have 2 donations thus far. So anyone looking to donate for their question, Marlene, go ahead and post your question. There we go. Anyone looking to get their question answered today, you can send a donation. There's 2 ways to do it. You can do it through PayPal or also through SuperChat. Of course, those price points are slightly different just because the way that YouTube takes like 34% cut of any super chat or super sticker that comes through. So yes. Yeah, flute music is so relaxing. I know. I love it. It puts me to sleep if I am like in that really relaxed state. So it's like in a good way. In a good way. Marlene can post her question. So what did my soul come to learn or accomplish? Ooh, I love that. Let me grab. I love using this deck for like soul purpose, life purpose kind of questions. And I want to actually, because there's two ways we could go about this question. We can ask, what is my soul's purpose? You know, a lot of people will, you know, what is my soul purpose? What are my soul contracts? Who's my soul mate? And as far as I've come to know energetically, soul or the concept of a soul is much like the ego. It's not who we truly are. It's not what our true spirit is set out to experience in this realm. It's what the matrix has kind of either tricked us into or we've agreed to or what have you, but it's not always. It can overlap and align with our true spirit. So just let me know, do you want to know what your true spirit is here for? Or just kind of more what your soul contracts, the whole matrix thing, playing the game of the matrix is more of soul stuff? Let me know. Let me know to clarify which one you're wanting to know. Because for me personally, I'm done playing the game of the matrix. I want to collect all my fractals and get the heck out of Dodge. True spirit. Okay. So let's see. In alignment with Marlene's true spirit, what did her true spirit come here to learn or accomplish? Wow, travel. So it was like you were enticed to come here, or I won't even say trick, because our spirit, it's like the spirit can't be tricked, as far as I know. But once we get all these different personas of these different soul, you know, incarnations and soul contracts going, our spirit kind of gets lost in the shuffle. But you did come here just for the experience of experiencing Earth. And back when you first came here, it wasn't this heavy, burdensome death trap that we call it now, or death culture that it's become. So your greatest curiosity was to travel to this realm of potentials and possibilities and beauty, absolute beauty. But now that you're incarnated into the lifetime of Marlene, what is in alignment with your true spirit, why you're in this specific incarnation? To build something, the builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. This is building a life, a legacy, a very specific thing, whatever that is for you specifically. Let's see if we can get more specific. As specific as we can get. Ooh, oracle cards. So one of the things is using divination, be them oracle cards or synchronicities, your intuition in some way, to discern answers for yourself and connect to your true spirit. Because a lot of times when we need those deep answers, those life-changing, life-shaking answers, a lot of times we do go to others because we can't a lot of times trust our own intuition. And a lot of times, especially if the intuition's super loud, that's actually the ego. Like, no, I know the answer. Pick me, my hand's up. I know, follow me. And a lot of times, you know, back when I was, you know, in my teens, early 20s, there were ego times, or my ego's like front and center. And I'm like, oh no, that's my intuition. I trust my intuition. But looking back, every time I went by my ego, it all crashed and burned. So it's like following your true intuition. So that's part of what you are here to do, is to learn to trust your true spirit and that true sense of intuition. Learn to see synchronicities and be aware of them. Yeah. And I think you're really great at, before you even like look up, well, what does the symbol of the tiger mean? Or what does, you know, a daylily mean? It's like you intuitively already know what something symbolizes, even if it goes against what Google says or this website says. You're really good at discerning. But also just know that you are on that true spirit level. Even if we're quote unquote trapped in this matrix system, you are still very protected at a spirit level. Nothing could touch or taint or harm your true spirit, even after lifetime of all of these, you know, attacks and sadness and traumas and tragedies that you've endured here. It has not truly touched your soul. Spirit, your spirit. Yes, your soul, absolutely. Your spirit, it can't taint or harm your spirit at the truth of who you truly are. So a lot of times people will start this healing journey when they awaken. And I started to call it like a peeling journey instead of healing, because your pure, true essence that is your spirit cannot be tainted by this realm. It can sure feel like it while we're here, but that's kind of a lot of times who we think we are with these personalities, these souls, these egos. We think that's us. We think this is us. We think that's us. And yes, peeling. Oh, and here you are peeling peppers. So, I mean, there's your synchronicity. And you're really good at being aware of the synchronicity. So, I mean, come on. You can't make that up. But let's just grab one more tarot card. Just anything else Marlene needs to know about this. Yeah, the Hanged Man. And at times you can maybe get caught up or confused even about what it is. But it's about shifting the perspective and seeing, what is it I'm not seeing? And I don't think that was your message, was it? But somebody today had that message of, shift in perception or perspective. So if you remember whose message that was, maybe even going back and listening to what was said for them could also be relevant to you. All right. Here we go. So I hope that resonated for you, Marlene. Yeah, you're here to experience things and build things and know that you are protected. All right. So up next, we have a full reading for somebody who is, drumroll please, Linda. One full question read for Linda. Go ahead and post your question. Oh, she's on it. Look at this. One full read. What does this new moon or the month of June hold for me and my family, my hubby and son? General reading on what June holds for us individually or as a family unit. All right. And of course, we're starting with soul trees for whatever reason. See the light, be the light. And again, really seeing this as almost like that Ace of Cups, which is about self-care and sharing a deep emotional connection with your lover or your loved ones. So it's about deep connections or finding ways to connect on a deeper level with those that you love. Or maybe they're seeking out ways to connect deeper with you for the month of June and even like the new moon. All right, let's see for Linda. What does she need to know about the month of June and these new moon energies and all that it entails? Well, look, we have the star and we have a shooting star in the background. And what a serene, just pristinely beautiful card this is. And we have these, I want to say they're morning glories on the bush back here. They look like morning glories, or maybe these are like a moonflower that only blooms at night because they are bloomed out at night. And a lot of flowers will close up at night. But there are certain flowers that will only bloom at night. I want to say there's at least one form of tobacco that my mother-in-law had, that the flowers of it, not that she would harvest it or use it for anything. She just thought they were pretty and they smelled nice. So it would only bloom at night though. So maybe even looking or spending time with scents or like aromatherapy, or if you have a garden, planting things that bloom at night. But the star is about happiness, abundance, healing, all sorts of amazing things. Finally getting recognized for all of your efforts and hard work. So you might even be getting, with this combination here, you're maybe getting some deep compliments from your family members, your son and your husband, about just, thank you for all that you do. And it just might come out of nowhere where it's not Mother's Day, it's not your birthday, but like they're just pouring their love or showing that they care in some way. And of course, if they're not overly vocal about, oh, I love you, you're amazing, maybe they're showing you in their actions or, gifting you with something to show their love. Whatever their love language is usually kind of how they show or share their love. And then we have Knight of Cups. So it's like somebody is offering you love or affection, very pure, heartfelt love, very unconditional kind of love. And this could even look like just like a romantic night in, a romantic night out, going for a walk in nature as a family, or, with you and your son or you and your husband, or, going somewhere, maybe even getting a good meal together. And even if you are out in public, it's almost like you can have kind of your family unit having fun and kind of being in a world of your own. But there is a lot of emotional connection or forward movement in the emotionally connected front for your little intermediate family here. All right, anything else Marlene needs to know for the month of June? Woo! It went flying. And we have here the Six of Wands. So you have two cards that deal with victory or finally being able to overcome something that was challenging. So maybe there's an accomplishment you guys are together as a family working toward. This could look like, like cleaning out a garage or I don't know why. Like the past few months, it's been all about the decluttering, the purging, the working together. Very Three of Pentacles energy as well. I'm kind of getting with this combination, which I normally don't get that kind of vibe, but I am for you today, Linda, for whatever reason. Oh, you love aromatherapy. Oh my gosh, me too. And that's, I think, one of my biggest drivers for getting into the candle game. And I use all clean scents. I don't have any scents that are, have all the parabens and the phthalates and everything. All clean scents. I will only order clean scents because it's that important to me to keep a very toxin-free home as much as a person can. So why would I want to contribute to that? I wouldn't. But yes, V is for victory. You are finally overcoming something and people are cheering you on. So this could even be your husband and your son like cheering you on for an accomplishment or something you're overcoming over this next month or so. We're only 5 days into June, so this to me feels like the next month. So between now and July 5th. So that it can include, I don't know if you guys have any plans for the 4th of July or Independence Day as a little family, but this could be, spending a time together during that holiday or, just for the month ahead to where you are feeling a deeper connection with one another. All right, I actually want to get one of these cards as well. Anything else Linda needs to know? My son is in the between living situation, moved out of the apartment, looking for a new place, and we have all his stuff boxed up here. Oh, okay. In July, we do have plans to travel to Colorado. There you go. So it's like this energy reading is really going not just till you go on that travel to Colorado in July, but like past, like a week after you're back. So whenever it is in July, it feels like this energy over this next month is stretching like almost 2 months worth of a reading here. Anything else Linda needs to know? But yeah, this travel feels very emotionally healing and therapeutic for your family unit. And we have the peregrine falcon with observation. So yet another card about perceiving or perception. See the light, be the light, and then observation. So there's something that's coming to light for you, literally, pun intended here. Something is coming to the light or coming to light for you that's like an aha moment, something you're observing. And I really do feel this is by being more present and emotionally available, emotionally connected, and hence the people in your life will be more emotionally available and emotionally content and connected to you during this upcoming month as well. I feel like we need 2 more tarot cards for whatever reason. So we're just going to see just anything else we haven't touched on for Linda over the next basically month and a half or so. Anything else she needs to know? We have here the Three of Wands. Yes, and this is about finally moving forward or able to take action on those plans. So I really do see that your son is actually going to be able to find that place, kind of being in this in-between stage of that feels very hanged man energy, so that to me feels like a shifting of that hanged man energy that he's kind of limbo energy he's been in. And also, this card does deal with travel or moving. So this really does incorporate, of course, your travel plans, but also him being able to move and settle in somewhere for as long as he wants to settle in a spot. And one more. Anything else for Linda? Here it is, Seven of Swords. And it's very interesting because it's like we've got a bunch of people here. And this looks like somebody who is part of this. And normally this is like the lying, cheating, stealing card is what I always call it. But I almost see this person is taking what is owed them and not more. Like this person is not stealing away, someone else's hard-earned money or work. They're just taking what's theirs. And this almost does to me feel like your energy. It's like you're finally, again, getting that recognition with the Star and the Six of Wands to be able to be recognized by taking what's rightfully yours, which could be, resources, abundance, money. There might even be, depending if this is money that you've earned yourself or your husband's earned and is gifting to you or saying, hey, that thing you wanted, let's get it. So it's almost, again, like a gift or a recognition, a reward that you're getting that's already owed to you or due to you because of past beautiful actions that you've done, to where you're finally getting what's properly yours. And this can even be emotional connection, where before maybe the emotions were kind of stunted or kind of behind a wall or something. You're getting that deeper emotional connection maybe that you've been wanting from the males in the masculines in your family. So I hope that resonated for you, my dear. It's always a pleasure to read for you, Linda. Yeah, secures apartment in this week and move in mid to late July. There you go. Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, it feels like perfect timing. And I just heard perfect timing. So it's like things are moving forward right when they're supposed to move forward. But I do see you being able to have a heads up of, certain things will happen, but maybe you just have to wait, kind of like, okay, we're securing the apartment this week, but we're delaying it by having to move in a little later. But it still gives you the peace of mind of, okay, we figured it out. Woo! Oh, now I can relax. Like kind of like a weight lifted off your shoulders is like the energy and the vibe that I'm getting for this month and kind of going into next month for you, Linda. And for everybody in your family, you and your husband and your son, it's like there's this weight lifted or kind of sigh of relief kind of energy that's coming in, and it feels more relaxing, like you can kind of let your hair down, put your feet up, and not be so stressed out, all of you. So that's awesome. That's always a good place to be, is just to let your hair down, put your feet up, relax. Don't worry about everything. All those actions you took in the past are leading to something great. So awesome. I'm so glad it resonated, and you're most welcome, Linda. Always a pleasure. All right, so we have 6 people here. We are at the end of our donation list, so let's do our giveaway. I'm always so pumped for the giveaway. So if you're new here or you don't know how this giveaway works, all you have to do is determine in whatever way feels best, whether you're guessing, throwing out wild guesses, you're feeling deep into your intuition or into your gut to find out what card am I pulling out of this Garden Witch Tarot. What card? And you can start putting your answers in right now. Just think of all the tarot cards you can think of and put them in the chat. First one to actually properly determine what card I just pulled will win. And of course, the card that you pulled is part of your reading. It's like the underlying energy. And we never know what it is until we do. All right. Wow. We have someone who guessed just the card right above it. So if everybody just put the card right below your card, someone will get it. Everyone just put the card right below the card. So yeah, someone will get it. That's the hint I'm giving you. So, for example, say you guessed a 10, this time guess a 9. Oh, Brianna. And yeah, Brianna, you got it, my dear. Look at that. Oh my goodness. You won. And of course, I still can't find my little sticky pad that I've been loving to use, or sticky notepad that I've been loving to use, because this one has like a bunch of writing on it. It's not as fun to write on this as the colorful sticky note thing. But one of my boys moved it or lost it, or maybe it's on the floor. I don't know. I do see a name on the floor. Linda H's name is on the floor. So funny. So Linda, we'll just use this as your entry today. How's that sound? It probably, when I pull a name and then we do the reading, I usually all toss them in here since, we used it. Well, this one made its way back. And we know it must be lucky if it's already kind of singled out like that. So that's good. I'm going to pull the sticky part off of here for sure. I always like to cut that off so we're not sticking to a bunch of stuff. Boom. All right. So if you want your name in the perpetual drawing pouch, I feel like one of the 7 dwarfs, Sleepy, Sneezy, Doc, Dopey, all probably Dopey. Yeah. So funny. I don't know why I did that, but anyway. Oh, probably because I bent down. That's why. All right, so here we go. Let's see. We'll put a 777 in the chat if you're here and you want to be entered into our drawing. And just for those of you that are not really aware of what we do for our drawing, all all you have to do is put the 777. I'll enter you into the drawing. I'll pull a new name. But if your name is in here today, but we don't draw it today, it'll be in there for the next live stream, and the next live stream, and the next live stream, until I either decide not to do this anymore or it gets pulled out of the bag. So even if you can't make every single live stream, I make it easy for you. If we pull your name out of here and you say haven't been here in a year, all you really have to do, and this is the homework for you, this is the only homework you have, is just go to each live stream that I'm live and just click on the live stream to open it up to play it, and just look at the pinned comment. If the drawing winner is not present during the live stream, I will have a little in bold, it says drawing winner and then the name, and you don't even have to watch the live stream. I will timestamp it get right to your drawing winning reading. So that's the only homework, though, is having to go in and search every single one of the live streams you missed to see if there's a message for you. So yes, 777. We've got people putting their 777s in. So here we go. These are a little longer than my last little pad of paper, but it'll work. Alrighty. So first one I see is Marlene. Let's enter Marlene. Cut the edge off because it was super long. Okay. Oh, I'll show you guys as I put them in the bag. How's that sound? Okay. That'll save us time. Oh, you're finally able to catch a live. Welcome, Crazy Tempest. It's always good to see you. Always a pleasure to have you here. So Amber A, let's get you on paper. Amber A. And next we have Amanda F. Welcome, my dear. Good to see you. Amanda F. I'm just, because these are like super long compared to my other little, what I'm used to. I'm just cutting a little bit off the end there. Crazy, oh, Banana and S, then Crazy Tempest. So S. A Crazy Tempest. Anyone else that wants to be entered into the drawing, put a 777 in the chat and we will take care of getting your name in the hat. So Crazy Tempest. I always love your name. I just think it sounds so chaotic and awesome. All right. Chaotic in the best possible way, though. I've been good. We are rounding down on our last little bit of, what do you call it? What do you call it? Baseball season. Oh, and it looks like I have missed, oh, she's on her lunch break. I missed a donation. Katie R actually donated before everyone else, but I had a couple emails in between and I totally didn't see it until just now. Okay, let's see. So I will have to timestamp for her because it looks like she's on her lunch break again. When she sent this. So she's at work right now. So we will timestamp for Katie R and do her reading after our giveaway, our drawing and our giveaway. But if Brianna did not post a question yet, go ahead and post your question. We're going to get right into it after we enter everybody into the drawing. Then we'll pull a new name. Then whoever won that will do your reading right after Brianna's. Okay. So Melissa Cornett, I hope I'm saying that right. Let's get you in there. Melissa Cornett. Perfect. All right. So let's put everyone in the bag. So here we go. We got Melissa Cornett going in. And of course, Melissa, I was just saying this. I don't know if you were here to hear it. But if we put your name in here and we do not draw it today, it's still in here. So you can check the timestamp or like the comment section of each future live stream. And I will leave a timestamp if the drawing winner is not present, meaning you're not there. I will put a timestamp with your name so you know you won the drawing. I'll say drawing winner, Melissa Cornett, and here's your timestamp. So you don't even have to watch the live stream. You can just go right to your reading in the future if you're not drawn today. Crazy Tempest, we're putting you in the bag. And there's a lot of names in here, so it might be a minute, but we have a lot of repeat winners. People that come here a lot win a lot. So that's, I guess, your banana ass. That's your incentive, I guess, to come hang out with us and have some fun with us. And Linda H, we'll use your old one here. It's already folded and ready to go. And then we have Marlene. And let's fold her up. And we have Amanda F. And we have Amber A. Boom. Okay. So we're going to draw the next winner. And then we're going to get into Brianna's giveaway win. And then we'll do kind of a one card pull version for whoever just won right here. And it is Andrea 54 Hector. I haven't seen her around for a hot minute. So hopefully, fingers crossed, she checks the timestamps once in a while. So she'll get her rating. Because there's nothing more sad to me than someone winning and then not even knowing that the winning reading existed for them. That would be sad. I want everybody to get their reading. All right. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Yeah, definitely a lot of people. Yeah, we've been doing this a hot minute. And of course, you know what? We have anywhere from 5 to 7 or so people that are entered every single drawing. And most weeks we're live twice a week, although not last week and not this week. So FYI, will not be live Friday because that's my kid's last day of school and they have a half day, like a half of a half day. It feels like they're getting out at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, which was when I normally schedule. And yeah, I could go live a little later, but like it's the first day of official kickoff of summer. So I'm probably going to take the kids to do something fun, you know, get out of the house, go celebrate, go do something fun. So no work for me that day. All right. So let's get a message from Mama Monica. You have a good time on Friday. Yeah. And then Wednesday, we're still up in the air whether it will be our regular time of 6 p.m. Mountain Time, which is our like normal time slot for Woo Woo Wednesday. But we've had a moderated or a modified time slot this week. And a lot of weeks previous, pretty much since the end of February, it feels like, because baseball and soccer and basketball. And both boys were in baseball. Wrigley was in soccer. Boston was in baseball. So we had 4 sports going at one point. And now we're like wrapping up just baseball. So it's like deep breaths. We're almost to the finish line. And then we start all the summer activities, which I can actually hang with the summer activities because it's not every single day for the most part. Yeah. So let's get a channeled message from Mama Monica. And of course, this might be a message about any doubts, insecurities, confusion, something that you are maybe even not aware of, because a lot of times this person is blindfolded in the Two of Swords and they're just kind of unsure what direction to go. But I love to see in this blindfold, it's more like a Zorro mask where there's eye holes cut out so she can see clearly. It's so, to me, what I'm already getting from this for you, Brianna, is your 2 options or whatever options, maybe 2, 3, 4, however many options you have, are actually, what is this? Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. So there's another message that you had donated for even before KDR. So see, I'm slipping because people are emailing me between. So I need to check further down my list. So we'll get into your donated reading after your message here. Sorry about that, Brianna. But look at this. This is about you being able to see clearly not only the opportunities or the choices you have available for yourself, but you're also going to be able to have your intuition, your and that this might be the perfect example. As I knew deep down, because you said earlier, oh my gosh, just wait till you see, because I donated, you wait till you see the question for today. And then I didn't see it, but I knew it existed. But it's like that rational part of my brain was like, well, she said she sent it. Well, where is it? I didn't go searching for it. I just like kept on going. So there might be something cleared up that you're now able to go and pick up slack on something that you thought maybe had left, or an opportunity that you thought had passed, or information that you were kind of resting on or sleeping on for some reason. Let's get some additional guidance on this for Brianna. What else does she need to know in regards to this 2 of Swords? 6 of Cups. Yes, something from the past coming back so you can do it again. It feels very like Purnavasu Nakshatra. They call that Nakshatra the return of the light. So maybe you go do this thing once and it doesn't work out, so you kind of go do something else for a while. But then there's this like urge or like deep, like urge to go revisit it. Maybe you're not, and usually you're not doing it the exact same way, because usually when you fail at something or it just doesn't quite work the way you want it to the first time, you still learn a lot. You still learn a lot. Your mistakes, your failures are actually your biggest teachers a lot of times. So even if something you failed, or I just heard failure to launch, so there might have been something you wanted to show the whole world, but like either the timing wasn't right or people weren't getting it at the time, but now you're ready to go big or go home is like what I'm seeing. So it's like you're returning to something from the past to do it though in a more nuanced and wise way, because you're now operating with the wisdom that you gained after the first time experiencing it that you didn't have that first time, because you had to go through it the first time to get that experience, right? So what else does she need to know about this? From Mama Monica. Ooh, I just got chills. So 9 of Pentacles. Whatever you've already invested is going to come back to you tenfold. Money, time, resources, connections, whatever it is, it's coming back tenfold. And I know this is a 9 of Pentacles, but Mama Monica said tenfold. And funny, because we started this reading with blindfold, but now we're like tenfold. We're increasing. So this literally could even be an investment. And investments don't just have to look like putting money in a CD or in the stock market. Investments can be things you're learning, and you're expanding your own knowledge base. You're making yourself more valuable to the world in whatever way. And I do see it more as an investment in yourself, your self-care, your self-development, just learning the ins and outs of whatever it is you're doing, and allowing your spirit to really shine tenfold though. Like, gosh, those chills with Mama Monica. She's got it. Let's get one of these divine animal cards from Mama Monica. Anything else Brianna needs to know about this message? Red fox with strategy. Yes, so you're rethinking your strategy. And we were already kind of touching on, you doing this before. But again, you didn't have that wisdom, that knowledge that you now have the first run through. So the red fox might even be kind of a talisman or a totem animal for you. And they're very clever. And, a lot of times I think, oh, well, clever, that's like sneaky. But like, no, clever can be, not falling into the same trap or the same hole twice, because you've already been down this road in a way to where you can just jump right over and keep on sailing right on through. This is amazing. So yeah, just wait till you read my question, man. Oh man, I love spirit. I'm so excited. Well, we're going to get right into it after we do Andrea's little message as well. But wow. So I hope that resonated for you, my dear. We're going to get deeper dive into whatever your question is momentarily. But real quick, I'm going to timestamp for Andrea Hector. And then we have your reading, which we'll do right after that. And then Katie R. So I'm going to do a timestamp for Katie R. So I can scribble over these old timestamps. So Andrea 54 Hector. Ooh, good luck. My nose is itching. Okay, 1/12/33. All right, so Andrea 54 Hector, you have won today's drawing. I hope you see this. I haven't seen you at the live stream in a hot minute. So I hope you're still checking each live stream to see if you've won the drawing, because hello, today you've won the drawing. So yay, very exciting. So let's pull you. I'm wanting soul trees. Okay, we're gonna start with soul trees. And we're gonna pull you 2 soul trees cards for a message. All right, here we go for Andrea 54 Hector, in alignment with your true spirit. So we have ascension. So you're leveling up in some way. Let's see if we can get further clarity or guidance on how you're leveling up. I just saw like I know this is so random, but I just saw like flowing water. So it's like you're getting crystal clear water or healthier water. And then we have confusion. You might even be, this is a different message than the water. You might even be confused about how to level up, or you feel like you've plateaued or kind of stagnated. Ooh, that's the clear flowing water, because when water stagnates, you can grow all sorts of, yuckiness, and it becomes more like a pool of like bubbly algae, and, algae can be fine in certain instances, but the water can be very toxic if it's just stagnant like that. But when the water's flowing, so there's like a double-edged message with the water, where confusion can come when we are stagnant ourselves. We're like, well, how do I ever get out of this rut or this, stagnant pool that I've created for myself? But But a lot of times it's when we kind of do this surrender, and not that like, woe is me, I guess this is my life, F everything. Yes, we can get in that fatalistic surrender. That's not what this is asking of you. It's just to surrender to the fact that, okay, maybe I have all this going on right now, but that doesn't mean that's going to be my life forever. And I'm actually not just going to, yes, I'm accepting that this is where I'm at now, but I'm not accepting that this is the end all be all of my existence. I'm going to work my way through it. I'm going to take actions to get, again, we have to go through a lot of things. We can't bypass them or go under them, go around them. It's like going on a bear hunt. We got to go through it. We just got to go through it. And once you go through it, on the other side is that flow, that crystal clear flowing water that's really going to be taking you to that next level with this ascension card. So big round of applause for you, Andrea. You're making things happen. And it may feel like a very slow process, but you are doing it. So keep taking actions toward where you want to be, because eventually you will be there. And then you'll be taking actions to that next destination. So very cool. All right, make sure I didn't drop any other cards. I knew this one, but okay. Let's get into Brianna's question. All right. Hey, Amanda, I have completely graduated in the mind, body, and soul, and I cannot explain how many downloads have crossed my path in this month alone. I'm so grateful and blessed to have these gifts. That's amazing. With all that being said, will you channel a message that Spirit has for me today? I trust that it will resonate as always. Oh my goodness. So on point. So on point. Okay, so let's see. We're either expanding on messages you've already received or completely new messages. Just whatever true Spirit has for Brianna today. And I have a hair in my eye, which, all this like being able to see clearly and, the blindfold being removed, symbolism. The fact that one of my hairs is tickling my eye is not lost on me. So there might be some eye symbolism, like seeing, eyes do see, obviously, but you're seeing like eyes printed on t-shirts, eyes, like something about the eyes. And I know they say eyes are the window to the soul. So there might be even a message in that as well. But let's just see specifically. Okay, so something is slipping down. Doesn't mean it's unattainable, but just this is shifting energy. Okay. So yes, feeling just at one with everyone and nature, like emotionally connected, emotionally invested. So why is this slippery energy? I just saw the 10 of Cups on the back of the deck. I think this is mostly because of having to distance yourself from certain family members and feeling like, well, I've emotionally disconnected from them and they've probably already emotionally disconnected from you, and maybe even still bearing some of maybe not guilt so much, but sadness that, why couldn't it have been better? Yeah, it's been outside since this live started. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let's see. And she's like under a willow tree here. And willow trees hold a very special significance just to me personally, that I think they're just amazing. And I'll show you guys my willow tree real quick, since we're on the subject. I hope you can see her in the backyard. Right there. Right there. Blowing in the wind. We planted that when Wrigley, my youngest, who's 9, before he turned 2, we planted that. I had a really big weeping willow tree when I was a kid. And my mom still has it at her house. Well, property. There's no house there anymore. But I just have such a deep connection to willow trees. So there might be a message, like a side message about willow trees, willow bark, something with willow. Under your favorite honey mesquite tree. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, Page of Pentacles. So planting new seeds. Maybe you're literally wanting to eventually plant. Like I was literally just talking about we planted this, 8 years ago-ish. Well, probably closer to 9. Yeah, it was in like the fall of 2015. So close. We're close to 10 years coming up. Yeah, 9 years. But yes, look at this. Planting seeds. This can be literal. This can be metaphorical. But I see some literal seeds you're planting to harvest something from these seeds. Be these for spell work, or you're, making, growing herbs so you can eat the herbs or vegetables or fruit. But wow, yeah, this is so spiritual. And yet another willow tree. Look at this. Hanging willow leaves here. I love it. I just heard will-o-wisp. I've heard that before, but I don't know exactly what that means. I think that's a type of plant, but I don't know. To me, it feels very ethereal, very almost like elementals. Like elementals that are working near where you're drawn. Like where you're drawn in nature, there's like earth elementals, air elementals, water elementals, fire elementals, all the elementals. It's like you have a communion with them. And maybe even especially as a child, you felt very connected to certain parks or places by the river, or, you know, it could have been in your own yard or in your community or a place that you would go on vacation. And this is just not that you have to return to those places unless you do feel called, but it's about maybe even finding or establishing new, nature connections that you can hang out in, which it sounds like, under the mesquite, what was it called again? Let me see, honey mesquite tree, is kind of like your place. And that's something that I saw a video on about, like the death of the third place. Because back when we, especially like kind of, I know you're probably a lot younger than me, but like old enough that you had a third place probably growing up. And for me, the third place was like on the weekends, the third place was the roller rink. It was the place I would go because your first place is your home. Your second place is either work or school, depending if you're at work or at school. Or if you work from home, it's still kind of your home. So it's kind of like a first/second place. But the third place would be, that place you always go, be at a favorite restaurant, or, think Central Perk in the movie or the show Friends. That's their third place. And they're saying that it's like been a death of the third place since, the internet has really taken like front and center stage for most people's daily lives. They spend more time on the internet than anything else. But I just looked it up. It's a ghost light. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. I have chills. So there's something about like, yeah, I just saw like little sparks of light, like little elementals, but it's like blinking on, blinking off, a couple here, a couple there, like kind of leading you somewhere. So it's almost like, and I'm hearing the song by Grandmother Willow on the Disney Pocahontas, how she's like paint with all the colors of the wind and all of that. So I don't know exactly how that fits into this message, but all sorts of stuff's coming through. And I know this was only a one card read, but wow, we're talking about all this light, and there's also shadow. So it's almost like that light is illuminating the shadow, and it almost does look like this is a ball or orb of light that is about to blink out again and allow that darkness to overcome. And it feels very like void, like when the lights blink out, it's like you're in the void. My third place was a play rehearsal, the stage, but I had to walk away from it because of emotionally abusive father, which I just healed from deeply. And that has been restricting my channel. I truly healed my Chiron. Oh, that's amazing. I am still working diligently every day. As someone with a Chiron in the 8th house, I mean, the 8th house is, Chiron's already a thing. 8th house is already a thing. And then you combine them, it's like, FML. Not truly, but it's a lot. Let's see, just closing message for Brianna. Yeah, there's shadow work that you've done, which has shifted your perception. Yes, absolutely. You're able to see through, and it's very, again, obscured, like lights blinking on and then blinking out. Yeah, I have my Chiron in Taurus. Taurus in the 8th house. Yeah. But this is such just a, like, congratulations, you're making your way. And I just heard that Vanessa Carlton song, making my way downtown, walking fast. That song? Something about 1,000 miles. Yeah. So even if your dreams, your goals, that future feels like a very long way away, it's you take those steps, you make those milestones, and you're getting closer. Wow. A lot of stuff came through. I love it. And I just saw breakthrough on the back of the deck. So yeah, you're getting toward a breakthrough. So a lot of times we can have a breakdown along the way. I don't see that that's in your foreseeable future by any means, but it feels to me like that breakdown energy is behind you. Like you've done a lot of healing. You've been into the shadows, and now you're ready for that breakthrough to really shine and be center stage in a way again. Yeah, Leo in the 3rd. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot too, because it's like very observational, or you're being observed. So you can't just lick your wounds with your Chiron in the shadows. You're front and center. Like people may not see it literally on you, but they can. It's like somehow it's on display for people. Yeah, because Leo is very front and center stage a lot of the time, or feels a lot of times like the ego has to kind of take charge, or people won't like you. But again, when you can alchemize and transmute, you can really tune into the best parts of that Leo Chiron there, and especially in the third house. Now you can tell others how you did it. Communication. I love it. Wow, I have chills again. So can't hide even when I'm quiet. I'm so influential without trying. Exactly. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, you've got this, and you're doing some really amazing things, leading to some really big wish fulfillment here. Yes. Oh, that's your whole channel. Okay, boom. You are living this wounded healer of Chiron by healing it in front of everybody. Like that is very powerful. So good job. Yes, queen. You're doing it. And I'm so proud of you. And Mama Monica's so proud of you. And Spirit's proud of you. You're doing it. Yep. If you can't hide, even when you're trying, you might as well be out there, right? It is time. Damn it. It's time. We're rooting you on. You will have to let us know when you're ready, if you're ready, if you're ever ready. If you're not, you don't have to, but you'll have to let us know what your channel is so we can come support you. All right. Much love to you. It's always a pleasure. All right. So let's see. Katie R. We're going to time stamp for lovely Katie. Katie R. And we're at like 1:25. Oh, it was a few seconds back. So 55-ish. Somewhere in there. Okay. All right. Katie R, my dear, let's get into it for you. Let's read your question. All right. Hello, Amanda. I'm on lunch break again. I hope you're doing well. I am. Thank you so much. So I was told by another reader that something bad would happen to me if I had a romantic relationship with Stacy. She's also the same reader who said Stacy and Ryan were twin flames. Oh, so was there deception involved with that reading? I'm a little concerned because you verified that Stacy's twin is not incarnated. I trust your word more than hers. Thanks. And again, I'm not saying this reader is wrong at all. I'm just gonna put my, hang my what do you call it? Hang my hat out to say I'm not saying she's false or trying to steer you down a wrong path or anything like that. But it's just when I read, especially from the end of 2022 forward, and I don't know if you were around when I had this, as I called it, awakening from the awakening, and then Amber so lovingly and eloquently put it as the rude awakening from the awakening, where if we're tuning into more soul contracts, the Akashic records, just reading through our cards without setting an exact intention to who we're connecting with, or if we are using a lot of spirit guides, or as Laura from Pleiadian Healer, or Shamanic Self is now what she's calls them spirit misguides, I can attest 100% that when I was following all the guidance of Archangel Michael, my life was like, yeah, there might be throw me a bone once in a while, but my life was on a huge downward spiral where I'm diving into all these wounds and traumas and connecting with these people who are just making things worse because I'm following the guidance of Archangel Michael. And yes, I'm still going to say there was great valuable lessons I learned through all that. But when I went against my own intuition and then checked in with Archangel Michael, who told me to do the opposite of what my intuition was saying, I was burned every single time. So that all being said, what I'm getting to is this reader just may be reading the Akashic records, maybe reading, spirit, like not true spirit, meaning what exists outside this matrix. I always do this matrix kind of blueprint system, which includes our ego, our soul, soul contracts, a lot of hexes, curses, karmas, what else? Twin flame, false twin flame, karmic, all this stuff. But when we tune into the true essence of our spirit that exists outside this whole shit show, for lack of a better word, we can get to the truth with a capital T of what it is we're here to experience. So I'm not saying she's wrong. She just may be tuning into the dumpster fire that is the Matrix and the programming and the soul contracts and all of that, which we can start to say, no, I'm not playing in this game. And yes, it's like we're in the world, but we're not of it. So we're in the Matrix, but we're not of it. And when we want to tune into our own guidance, we can be in the Matrix, but not tune in for that deeper, spirit part of us that exists outside this Matrix. We can actually tune in outside the Matrix to get information to help us within the Matrix. So that's how and I don't know many, if any, there's none off the top of my head, readers who just completely forget and forego all this Matrix and Potemkin village that is this Matrix. It's a false facade put up to be believable enough that we believe that this is reality when it's not. Who we are and what we are outside this Matrix is who and what we are truly at our core, at our spirit. And a lot of this Matrix crap is just smoke and mirrors and distraction and not who we truly are. And it just keeps us chasing our tail. That all being said, let's get to your question from your true spirit, Stacy's true spirit, and what you can or can't do as far as was there deception involved? I think we've already covered that. I don't think she was purposely deceived, but she was deceived into deceiving. Again, I'm not saying she's wrong or I'm right or any of that. It's just qualifying how I get my information versus I would even maybe just straight up ask her, do you use spirit guides? Do you connect to ascended masters? Where, and how do you get your information? Because that's something I made very clear since, the end of 2022. I don't get my information from inside the Matrix anymore. And as far as I have tuned in and felt for, there is no Archangel Michael that exists outside this Matrix construct. If there is, crickets. I can't find him. So to me, he is a Matrix pawn. I'm not saying you, if any of you follow any Archangel Michael or Ascended Masters or any of this, are wrong or that I'm right. I'm not saying that. I'm just showing you or telling you how and what I do and how I get my information. And we can all get our information from our true spirit, which exists outside this Matrix, in our highest alignment. And when you can start setting those qualifications for your own guidance, you will just start to see things open up and blossom and bloom in ways that when you're going with all these Matrix things just aren't happening for you. But let's get down to it. Okay. So you're moving away from something that, again, I don't think she was purposely trying to deceive or, give you false information or try to keep you from happiness or anything like that. It's just the information. But you're moving on. And especially if this is someone you know online, this is my internet card. Let's get a clarification on this Six of Swords. What is this card trying to tell Katie about this reader and where she's getting her information? Knight of Swords. So this is like the microwave version of the information that's the capital T truth. Because this is just quick. I'll just ask my cards or, however it is she tunes in, if it's a spirit guide or whatever. And whatever comes to that energy first, that's how she'll get her answer and deliver it. Anything else Katie needs to know? Yeah, Five of Cups. So it's like your shift in perception or perspective from, this information you got from her, information you got from me, or, vice versa. And which one truly aligns when you feel deep into your spirit, which one aligns better with you, and go that route. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying she's wrong. Anything else Katie needs to know about this reader in alignment with her true spirit? Page of Cups. So it's like there's a surprise, something surprising. It doesn't have to be all bad. You might even learn something from this experience because there's like beginner energy here. Not to say she's a beginner at getting information, but it's like, it feels like a lot of what comes to her is from like, what's the word? Like, not like evil or false light forces, but just like maybe earthbound entities or, they used to be spirits that were incarnated in a human body, but they just haven't traveled on, are just kind of messing with her cards. Like, ooh, I want to give an answer, even if they don't know the answer. It's kind of how I'm perceiving this. It's like innocent, but like not so innocent that they don't know what they're doing, but they're not trying to cause real catastrophic harm to anyone. They're just having fun through this reader's, however she's connecting. All right. Anything Katie needs to know about moving forward with this specific reader? Anything to be aware of moving forward with this specific reader? The Devil. You're not going to get the true information that you want in alignment with your true spirit, because again, this is the Matrix card right here. This and the Moon card are my like two Matrix cards. So yes, there's truth sprinkled in, because for it to resonate at all, there has to be some truth to something. And where the truth comes in with this reader is, yes, that may be the fact in this Matrix construct, but they are not twin flames like beyond this Matrix construct. They may have this like twin flame contract within the Matrix, but by you, getting involved with Stacy, and there's a twin flame within the Matrix, that's not gonna, damn you to hell, or you ruined everything. No. Because in alignment with your true spirit, if you're meant to be together, you can be together. And there are many, many, many perceived twin flames that people have that are married to other people, or that they have no access to because they're in other relationships. And that's just kind of the way it is for a lot of people who, have these twin flames. But then there are twin flames that are married and miserable, or alleged twin flames. But let's just see. I want to get any other guidance for Stacy, or sorry. Well, something about Stacy's energy because of the slip there. Something about Stacy's energy. She's very intuitive with something. But what is the message from Stacy's true spirit toward Katie? King of Cups. So there's emotional balance here. It's like you bring this sense of peace and calm, but also fun and flirtiness to her life that she doesn't have otherwise. And let's just see. Okay. Yeah, Queen of Swords and Ten of Wands. So there's something very overburdensome for Stacy that's ending. But she's speaking into reality what she wants to experience. So she might even be, I don't see this tomorrow or the next day, or, like super soon. But eventually, Stacy will stand her ground with her husband. That seems like his energy feels very off-putting toward her. It's like, I want you, or I don't really want you, but I don't want anyone else to have you kind of vibe is what I'm getting from him. And not to say he doesn't love her, but I don't think that he's in love with her the way he once was, and vice versa. I don't feel that she has that same love toward him, but there was that commitment that was made. And there's something with Stacy's growing up. I don't know if she grew up in a home where there was divorce or the loss of a parent or something, where it was like her goal to have that nuclear family unit. And if she were to walk away from this connection, she would destroy that. But it's almost like her perception is shifting with that perception card we got earlier about being able to see that actually being in this connection is destroying who I am on some level. And I would be much better off to, destroy the thing that I would never want to destroy. And it's not that she's destroying it. She's alchemizing into a better connection for her own self. Being on her own for a while. Eventually, I do see their union not lasting forever, so to speak. Because Stacy's going to come to this breaking point where she's just ready to move on. Yeah, because she deserves that delight, that beautiful, lighthearted, caring, loving energy that she could have in a relationship with you. Or anyone else, really. Not everyone else, but someone else that's not her husband that she deserves. But it's almost like you are acting as this kind of incarnated guide for her to let her know she deserves more by the way you treat her with such love, reverence, and respect, and the way she treats you with that reverence and love and respect as well. So, yeah, I would say just maybe if you want to still communicate with this reader, to just have her set parameters around who or what it is that she's connecting with. And that can help you get more clear answers from her. All right. So I hope that resonated for you, Katie, and did not further confuse things or what have you. But I'm so glad that you asked because there's hardly, if any, readers that I personally know of. I'm not saying they're not out there. They are. I can feel there are other readers who just completely bypass all this matrix noise when they want true answers. I'm one of them. There's got to be more. If anyone else knows anyone else that does that way, let me know, because I would love to sing the praises of anyone who's bypassing the matrix to get their intuitive guidance. And especially when they're using cards or other forms of divination, they're setting very clear parameters and boundaries around who or what, if anything, that can connect through your, mode of divination, which I am very gatekeep at the door, vetting out certain spirits that I connect with, like Mama Monica. I only connect with her true spirit that exists outside this matrix. And of course, that essence, that grand part of any spirit that exists outside this matrix still knows the ins and outs of what's going on here because they've been here, done that. But they also exist outside this matrix. So they have that much more eagle eye view, higher perspective than a lot of these spirits or, guides or whatever that are also products or trapped in this matrix themselves and maybe forgot who they are if they did exist outside this matrix. Because a lot of us have forgotten that ourselves, about ourselves, until we remember. All right. So I hope that resonated for you and cleared some stuff up. And if you're even more confused, I'm sorry, and we can talk. If you want to get in the comments and get clarity, I'm more than happy to try to answer any other questions you have. Because it's always a pleasure to read for you, Katie. All right. And Brianna has alchemized that breakdown and is being bored. I missed a few of your comments. Now I'm seeing. Aw. I'm so proud of you, Brianna. That's amazing. All right, you guys. Well, I think we have, let me just double check that we didn't have any other donations buried in this list of emails here. Nope, I think I got them all. We're good. So I will not be live this Friday because, again, kids' last day of school. We're going to go do something fun as a family. But Wednesday next week, we're still up in the air. If we win Thursday, if we win Thursday's baseball game, it's against the top seeded team, which they've already beat us twice. So I don't anticipate we're going to win, but hey, anything's possible, right? Let's pull a card. Are they going to win against the Frenchtown team? Well, we have the sun card. Maybe it'll finally be a sunny day. It's supposed to be 80 degrees that day, which we have not even had even a whisper of that kind of weather. Is it just because the sun's out and it feels like a complete season? Yeah, they're not going to win, but I could see the silver lining or the bitter outline of maybe something underlying, but they're going to have a fun game and they're going to give it their all and they may lose, but that's okay. That's okay. So most likely, according to this reading, I will see you next Wednesday if you're here at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. That is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, and 7 p.m. Central. I know my U.S. time zones, at least those 4 core time zones. I know those. I can't help you out so much for any other time zone, so I'm sorry about that. But most likely, according to the cards, we will be seeing you next Wednesday, a week from today, at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for our next live stream. Not live Friday because kids are out of school. We're going to go do something fun. But if they do win for some crazy miracle, I will see you during the day on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time again. But most likely outcome is 6 p.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday next week. So see you there. And I'm actually really excited to return to our Woo Wednesday evening because there's just something extra mystical, magical about being able to meet in the more evening hours. I love it. I don't know what it is. I mean, I love vibing with you guys during the day too, but it's almost like we can let our hair down and relax because even like during this live stream, like I have maybe about an hour and a half left before I have to go pick up the kids. And if we go long, I'm kind of feeling this crunch of, okay, I gotta go if we get too far into this live stream. But hey, on a Wednesday night, I can go if we have to. So there's no pressure to like have to be somewhere else, except maybe bed if we're going forever and ever. But usually we will wrap up before I'm too tired. So, all right, you guys, I will see you Wednesday. TBD on the time, but most likely 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live. We have so much fun, and I love you so much, and I hope to see you next time. All right, you guys, bye!